Let me ask y'all a question, especially y'all Canelo Alvarez fans. Do y'all really think, come on now, let's be real, that Canelo Alvarez don't want to fight David Benavidez because he's Mexican? Seriously? Y'all do? So, and he said he represent Mexico, right? So I guess all the greats before him that fought for the culture. Julio Cesar Chavez versus Mario Martinez. You got Manuel Marquez versus Antonio Barrera. And you got Antonio Barrera versus Eric Morales. I guess none of them represented Mexico, huh? Get the out of here. Let's call it what it is. It's a straight up duck. There's no way Canelo want a piece of that man. And Canelo's doing the best he can to avoid that fight. But the walls are closing in on Canelo. At some point, he either got to fight David Benavidez or give up them straps, or yet either lead a division or retire. Fun and games are over with. That man is a real life monster. No wonder Iron Mike Tyson like him. I mean, anybody who get in the ring with him, even tonight. And I thought Demetrius Andrade started off pretty well, but it don't matter. It really don't. He, that is David Benavidez, wears your behind down. He hits too hard, his pressure is too great, and once he get that locomotive of his rolling and he started throwing punches and bunches and they all hitting like pistols, you out of there. It doesn't matter what style you bring to the ring. And Demetrius is a slick fighter, a crafty fighter, a veteran, a 2-division champion, great defense, probably the most avoided person in boxing today. And David Benavidez whooped him. That's the best way to sum it up. I mean, Boo Boo did his thing early, come out shifty, pop shop, circling David, hitting him with combinations. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, David Benavidez is beating you up, lumping you up, and getting your behind out of there. The guy is relentless. I know Canelo Alvarez, being the one who holds all the gold, all the belts, is the undisputed champion at 168. But your eyes don't lie. David Benavidez is the man at 168. Championships or not. You want to rule that division, you have to face and beat him. He is a man amongst men. And I think when it comes down to it, Canelo Alvarez is going to be in a position where he got to fight him. The public pressure is going to start picking up steam. Because that's the next fight, the next super fight, the next fight at 168, the next pay-per-view fight that everybody want to see. That is one where everybody would be at home, a bar, or anywhere that you could see it type of fight. And styles make fights. Canelo Alvarez is not a bum. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is he need to get in there and face that monster. Stop all the games. Stop beating up all the little men's coming up challenging you. Quit moving up in weight, up and down in weight, because you went up in weight and got spanked. Now you came back down. It is time for David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. I have not seen anyone make Demetrius Andrade look like that. Once David Benavidez caught him clean, made his eyes literally roll up in his head and dropped him. And I know we just coming off for Thanksgiving, so anybody know anything about cooking that turkey, that temperature hit 165, he was done. The rest was just a formality. I do give Demetrius Andrade one credit for one thing. He got in there with him. You could have titled this fight The Unavoided, or should I say The Avoided versus The Avoided. Because ain't nobody trying to see neither one of them. It took Demetrius Andrade 15 years to headline a pay-per-view. So that should tell you something. 15 years to headline a pay-per-view. And even after this whooping he took, he's still going to be avoided. David Benavidez is just that good. He's on the verge of being a great fighter. 26 years old. He just now starting to hit his prime. And normally a boxer doesn't hit his peak performance until they hit 30. And you see how dangerous this man is right now. I know Canelo Alvarez sitting back at home like, God damn. Looking at his team like, nah. Let me look at that sheet with the names on it. Who y'all got on there? David Benavidez? No, scratch him off. Who's next? Come on, man. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard that Canelo Alvarez liked to say. He is Mexican. He represents Mexico, so he refused to fight Mexicans. Some of the best fights in boxing history are Mexican via Mexican. Some of the best. Mexicans has a rich culture of history in boxing. Great warriors fight their ass off. And it's a disservice. You don't hear David Benavidez saying that. He want all that smoke. And here's the thing, he's actually tailor-made for Canelo. David is a straight come-forward fighter. That's what Canelo Alvarez like. He's not in there with the fleet of foot, the shiftiness, the bobbing and weaving, the in and out techniques dancing around the ring. Truth be told, skill-wise, I truly believe Canelo Alvarez brings more to the ring than David Benavidez. He's the more experienced fighter. He has great upper body movement, an excellent counter puncher. So what's the problem? You don't want the risk? I don't blame you. Looking at what this man doing, he ain't trying to hide knots upside his head, but that's the sport, the business profession he chose. And he is the one that holds all the gold. Get in there with him. But I know y'all Canelo Alvarez fans gonna come up with 1,000 excuses. Even after this performance, David Benavidez still hasn't beaten anybody. And that be killing me when people say that. Well, if he hasn't beaten anybody, then that somebody need to get in the ring with him to prove he is trash. If he a bum like people try to make him out to be because, quote, he hasn't beaten anybody, then get in there and get him out the way. That's a weak argument because y'all know doggone well whoever he fight, he gonna punish him. But when I hear that coming out of people's mouths, they not true boxing fans, they casuals. Fanboys. They don't want their guy to risk it. Afraid to see him lose, even though it's a combat sport, even though they get paid to fight. But the fans don't want to see him fight any worthy challengers. They happy and they content with whoever they cheer for fighting lower competition. And they smile and gloat like it's something to be proud of. Y'all fans that feel that way, do the fighters y'all like a disservice to the point where it almost discredit them. And y'all don't even see that. I mean, it's like a saying that I used to use back in the day. If you're scared, just say you're scared. I'm Big Jim OG. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'm out.